trains. We have a kind of pre-established train network here, and we just haven't updated it in literally forever. I've worked on the railroads for some of my jobs, and
Hmm.
they're falling apart and old,
Right.
and because they're
How
privatized.
far did they go back?
How what?
How far does the railroads date back? Like, are they like 50s as well, or do they go back
No, they go
farther?
further back. I remember being out on the rails and looking at some of the wooden beams that go underneath the tracks, and some of them had dates as far back as like late 1800s, early 1900s.
Oh wow.
Uh, very, very old
Yeah, that's
infrastructure.
old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's old.
we have these existing tracks, but because they're privatized, um, there's no incentive to really make them to really improve them. There's a lot of like basically the private companies don't want to pay for the maintenance. Maintenance gets
Right.
expensive, and they're all about short-term profits. So they're like, we can just hold on for not repairing it for a long time. And the United States is like one of the few countries with a private rail system, and almost all of our rail companies are bankrupt, and they're actually being subsidized. They only are staying afloat because they're subsidized by the state. So
Mm,
it's what's stupid is they're private corporations, but they are literally living off of our
right.
tax dollars. So we could just
Yeah.
nationalize our train networks and just make them publicly like public utilities, because they basically already are. Like in terms of like we are paying for the railroads through all of our taxes, but all of the revenue generated by railroads is just driven into the pockets of whoever owns the railroads, probably some old
Yeah,
Rockefeller
but